Hi, this is Jim Janessi. I just wanted to personally take this opportunity to show you a little demonstration of this type of learning materials that I call living text. What this comes down to is learning materials that you can provide to your students inexpensively, because the technology involved is all very inexpensive and very commonly available. And you can make this accessible to your students on an expedited time frame. What you need to do is simply prepare your materials using a common word processor, illustrate them as you wish, create some small videos which don't require expensive equipment. I'm just using a little camera here, a flip video camera for under $100 on a tripod that didn't cost anything more than $15. This little video is being created, placed for free on YouTube, and is then being made accessible by way of this little matrix code, this QR code, which you can generate on the web with no effort at all. You simply put in the URL and it gives you back this matrix that you include in your document. Capping this off is something you really want to consider. You don't want to distribute documents yourself. That's silly. And you don't really want to put PDFs up there for students either. They won't print them. Or if they do, they may have such a hodgepodge and disorganized assemblage of them that they don't do any good. Why not take your materials and output them in PDF form and send them to a publisher like Stipes Publishing in Champaign? Their business is workbooks. I've done this for many of my courses, and I send them 100 pages in a PDF file, which comes directly out of Word. They publish a workbook. They assign it the ISBN number. They handle the placement of it in bookstores. It's just an ordinary printed text. One of the major advantages you would have if you house your learning materials this way is they're your intellectual property, and as a published book with your copyright on it, there's no question of that. You can use it in your classes, your colleagues can assign it, and people at other colleges can assign it as well. It doesn't take that much work to do it, and I'd be happy to help you, give you some advice or some pointers on how to go about doing this. What I'm going to show you now is how this symbol on the printed page brings up what I call the living part of the living text. What you see here is an iTouch. This is similar to an iPhone. I'm running a little program on it that's free that will interpret these codes. So when I activate this program, its camera comes on. And all I'm going to do is to focus this on that symbol. And I want to get a nice clear picture of that symbol. The picture having been taken, I press the Use button. And it now tells me, do I want to open that URL? Well, I do. In fact, I do want to open it.
In this short video, which is based on a website allaboutvision.com, I'm going to point out some of the most important aspects of the eye as far as we're concerned for our purposes in this course. First of all, let's take a look here at the part that light first encounters when it's entering the eye. Here's the cornea. You can see from the note here, which is partly obscured from the screen, clear part of the eye covering.
Now what you're seeing here is the lecture that I would have given if I were presenting this in a classroom. You can actually scan this symbol the same way I have. Silence this now. You can actually scan this symbol the same way that I did and try this page out. And on the finished version of this copy, which is not ready yet, but there'll be a symbol right here, you can scan that second symbol and you'll have a little presentation by me explaining how this works and showing you this demonstration. I highly recommend that you explore this idea of living text with these types of devices being so common these days that they can extend what you do in your writings to such an extent that your writings take on a whole different meaning and cast to your learners. This is really where the future of publishing is going. You can be a part of that and help the wave sweep along if you simply start to understand what those symbols can do for you in conjunction with short videos, amplifying your written materials. So take a look at this material and really consider what this might do for thumping up your approach to learning in your college classes. My name is Jim Janessi. I'll be happy to provide some information for you on this. Take a look at the website at www.c4e.us. That's appearing at the bottom of the screen right now. Take a look there. That provides links to all the courses that I've developed this way, as well as a blog in which I post many tips and further ideas about how to do this business of distance learning well.